1 second. I definitely want to send this to my guy real quick. Gotta send my own links out so people can fuck with the channel. I'm gonna fuck with you real quick. What's poppin', my nigga? What's really good? We ain't starting our show yet. What's the word, my nigga? You already know. Little Wednesday night action. Couple of little trending topics. We're gonna get into it. I accept people on the live, but they don't really be getting a lot of views and shit like that. So we just be doing what we doing. But I appreciate. I did try to just hit it just now, but let's get to the intro. Let's get to the intro. In case I bring you on. I'm good though. Today was a blessed day. Let's go. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. They go, ooh la la. On a Wednesday, hump day. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Because over here on this side, we like to deal with sports, hip hop, entertainment, interviews. Sometimes when the people don't be acting flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and diddy to the left, take that. I'm gonna need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start my show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. I say it plainly because I be dead ass serious. That's number one. That's first and foremost. Pop, what up, my nigga? Grass monkey in the lab. What's the word? I hit the request to go live. Normally I don't really like go live with people, especially when I'm going live. Not that I'm not equipped to do it. I've done it before, but I got to start my show the way I got to start it, the intro, etc. Give my little monologue, etc. So I really don't be bringing people on like right in the beginning. But if you do want to jump on with Popovich, you definitely welcome to do that a little on in the show. But happy Wednesday, right? It's hump day, not the best day, that's Friday. But nonetheless, it's hump day, and before we get into a couple of quick topics, we're gonna be rapid fire with this shit. Got a little hump day advice, whether you like it or not. Just like Monday Motivation, Motivational Monday, I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. And here goes some motivation. We're going to apply that to today, Wednesday, hump day, Wednesday wisdom. Here goes some wisdom for your ass, whether you like it or not. So without saying any names, sometimes I say names on the channel, not to clout chase or to drop names like how they say Game be doing. when he first came out. Let me put you on the game in that sense. In the sense of, so you can know who I'm talking about. There's nobody going to go to jail behind it. The case is closed. Like, we're not trying to get nobody indicted. We're not Vlad TV trying to get you to admit the shit that you did yesteryear, but they still didn't catch you today. And then, oh, when he catch you slipping and dripping, you know what I mean, on the show, you say some shit you don't supposed to say, and then, oh, them alphabet people or whoever comes say, oh, you just said this on the show, on the podcast, and then we got you. That's not what this channel was about. We deal in integrity. We deal with, you know, our integrity being intact. And this is the little advice that I want to give before we jump into the trending topics. Obviously, Diddy is trending. You know what I mean? Take that, which we play and say on the intro a lot. You know what I mean? When you subscribe to the channel. But today at work, right? Something happened, and you don't know what happened, but something happened. Somebody didn't like what happened, and so they was on the line, and they happened to dial my line. The BAT line, right, the BAT line, which is my direct line. For those that follow the show, you already know that. Hit the BAT line. So phone call, I say, yo, what's up? Woo, woo, woo. Nobody answers, so now I'm listening. A new guy, right? Just got here, not gonna say his name either, or the person that was talking crazy, shit crazy. But this is where the hump day advice comes in, whether you like it or not. And we talk about this often on the channel. So it really ain't really nothing new. It's just a chance for me to use what happened as another example of why, when your integrity is intact, niggas can say what the fuck they want to say about you. Women can say what the fuck they want about you. But when people know you in the real life, and you a trophy in the real life, all right? Now, you're a trophy online, but in the real life, you really look like dirt. Sprinkle some moist dessert on you. I'm being funny, but I'm not. On social media, you can be who the fuck you want to be. Unless somebody want to expose you and say, no, I went to school with you. And damn, homie, in high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you? Like, I watched you be the man, and then I watched you fall off a cliff, right? When your integrity is intact, if the worst case scenario arises, which is somebody questioning your integrity, questioning who you are and your character as an individual, as a person, the people who know you well, the people who rock with you, the people who really know who you are, like on a regular day basis, they know who you are. And at this time, I'm going to insert ladies, gentlemen, and lowlife. If you a fucking scumbag and a scum of the earth, a piece of shit, or whoever you are, all of you are a great individual, and people know your character, they're going to testify for you. And so the new guy, right, you hear him telling somebody that's been there, checking them, like, yo, why you going to do X, Y, Z? Don't do that. These niggas is grown men, and woo, 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 and And I'm listening, and I listened for a little while. Then I hung up, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know what I mean? I heard what I needed to hear. But as I'm listening to the conversation, one person is not showing integrity, or they're showing a two-face. Like, when you with me, you know, they be with you. You know what I mean? Like, when you leave, I'll be talking again. You know, like, whatever the saying or the mean is, like, yeah, when you here, I'm quiet, but when you leave, I'll be talking again. Nigga doing the most. And the new guy's like, nah, that's not the order of operation. That's not how you do things through righteous steps on some Nas shit, right? That's not how you do things through righteous steps. You out of line. In fact, I'm going to speak to the supervisor. Because what you're about to do is some bozo shit. It's some, you know what I mean, left field shit, and you expose your own self when your integrity is not intact. And as the saying goes, real recognize real. Oh, but by the way, real recognize fake, and fake can recognize fake. If you a real nigga, right? Like, you just a never lost nigga on some loaded luck shit. Your father wasn't no real nigga. He just was a never lost nigga. But you get the terminology and where I'm going with this, because some people do have the mindset of, oh nah, that's a real nigga. He's this. he's a real street guy. He's this, he's that. With all of these titles that we use. And I understand them because I'm from that. So for me to sit up here and act like I'm corporate, or I never was wallowing in the fuckery or I was about to say the buffoonery, but not buffoonery, the foolishness, the messiness, the giving it up to your own and not nobody else. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Like, you got all the smoke. Oh, but you're black for your own, but nobody else. I once was a full participant in that. And there's a lot of motherfuckers like me roaming the streets like DMX said. And there's 1,000 niggas like me roaming the street. When we starve and we eat, whatever's there. Come on, you know the code in the street, whatever's fair. We was on it like that. No justification. I just got to paint the picture for you. So as I'm listening again, I'm like, the new guy standing firm. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. And if you get nothing out of the hump day advice, whether you like it or not, know that integrity goes a long way. We speak about this all of the time. And I'm just bringing it up because it happened in real life today. And so I approached the brother who was keeping it real, the new guy, right? Because you're new to an organization, you're new to a job. You may feel a little timid, like, damn, these niggas got more time than me. These niggas know the ropes and the ins and outs more than me. So let me just be quiet. This is somebody that's a veteran. They've been here. They saying they're going to do X, Y, Z. I can shut the fuck up because I don't want to lose my job. I don't want no confrontation where men is, going at other men or questioning like, yo, so you was talking behind my back or woo, 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 and Nah, he stood 10 toes down. Like, nah, if you do that, that's some wing shit. That's some whack nigga shit. Don't do that. And I respected it. And so because I'm who I am, and y'all know on the channel, if you follow the channel, Popovich TV, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You know, one of our saying is we full transparency over here. That means, right, you can see me because my page is not private. It's open for the public. And I can see you possibly if you're not hiding behind some screen and some fake profile. You can see who I am. And the topics that we want to talk about, we're going to talk about it in full disclosure. We're not going to run from it. We're not going to sugarcoat it. And the topics that may be a little touchy, or I may feel like, damn, for my job, etc., which brings me to, I know this is my show, We Unscripted. The Friday show that I did, I put it private because I had like the uniform on. I had just got in, it was late. I wanted to do the Friday show, so I did it in my shit. And even though I wasn't talking crazy or saying nothing crazy, you got to be mindful. Because we all have to, well, not all of us, but most of us, we got to punch the clock. We got to go to that 9 to 5. We got to go to our jobs. We got to answer to somebody. Somebody is our supervisor. And so in that case, I had to, make the video private because they was like, it's a little, you ain't saying nothing crazy. But, and what a lot of the shows say for, like, maybe it's Stephen A. or somebody like him would be like, ESPN and Disney, their views and opinions don't necessarily align with what I'm about to say on my own platform. So in my own personal life, I may get up here, say some shit, I may curse a lot, I may, make you cover your ears, cover your eyes on some Phoebe and Friends shit, like my eyes, and on some pun and fat Joe, if you look directly at us in the sunlight, you'll go blind. You know what I'm saying? But I respected the brother for the stance that he took, and we're going to end it on this and then get to the trending topic. So, after we got back and I heard the conversation, etc., I approached the brother. I approached both brothers to keep it a buck. But the brother that held frame, stood 10 toes. Audio not coming in. Audio not coming in. How about now, Pop? And we live on YouTube and we live on Instagram. What about now, Pop? Oh, no, actually, Pop didn't say that. Faris Juju 153. What about now? Let me know. Can you hear me? Anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello? I don't know why the audio was not good on Instagram. It should be. Anyway, I approached. Can y'all hear me on YouTube? Can you hear me on YouTube? Hello, hello, hello. Anyway, I approached both of them, right? And the one that was talking crazy, you know, it is what it is. Can you hear me? On Instagram, can you hear me? Not yet? What the fuck is going on, bro? Why the fuck you can't hear me? What about now, brother? Not yet? Pardon me, YouTube. Now? I'm on YouTube. Oh, I'm on both platforms. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cancel out Instagram and then come back. I'm not sure why they can't hear me, man. Hate when that shit be happening. Just pardon me real quick. Let's see if they can hear me now. Anyway, the brother that was talking crazy, I approached him, said what I had to say. No harm, no foul. You feel how you feel, but when you face to face, you don't feel like how you feel. So you gotta wait till niggas is not around. You think you in a safe space, then you talking crazy. And then the brother that to me stood 10 toes down. I'm like, yo, I appreciate that. I heard woo 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 And he like well, what did you expect? He like, I'm always gonna keep it real, especially off record. And then I had to hit him with this. And I probably offended him a little bit, but I don't really know him like that. So this is exactly what I told him. I said, bro, I respect that. Well, I don't really know you like that. I just met you. You just got to the job. I don't know if you're going to keep it real or not, or you're going to stand 10 toes down. And in fact, when it's dealing with the streets, when it's dealing with any type of situation, when there's other people involved and they have to deal with a situation from their own perspective, how they was raised, their own backgrounds, etc. You don't know if they're going to keep it real or not. You don't know if they're going to stand 10 toes down. You only know when you're in the thick of things. That's why you hear athletes say, I'll be in the foxhole with such and such, or I want such and such on my team, because your reputation, your integrity is vouching for you. You know how you meet people? Well, maybe you don't, but in life, whether it's the streets, whether it's corporate, business, etc., certain people's names supersede them. So you hear a little bit about them. You may not know them personally or know how they really give it up, but you heard a little inkling about them. So when you see them, you have a preconceived notion, and then once the interaction exchange, you build your own perception of them. Like, oh, nah, niggas are saying he was, woo, 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 and but when I talk with him or I talk with her, she was down to earth. She was like this, she was like that, so I fuck with him. But anyway, long story short, hump day advice, whether you like it or not, right? It's Wednesday. Make sure your integrity is intact. Make sure that the person that you're presenting to the public matches, matches that. Especially if you on camera. You see a lot of people, and that's not to say that your integrity can be intact, but you can't make mistakes. That's different. When you're talking all the time, when you're in front of the camera, when you're a content creator, you may say some things that's wrong, but that doesn't compromise your integrity. As long as your integrity is intact, you can make mistakes. And so, salute to the brother whose name I didn't say. He just got on the team. I fuck with him. I rock with him. He stood 10 toes down. And for that, at least until the future, until he prove otherwise, he good in my book. So his integrity won't be in question. So for instance, because of what happened today, when nobody was listening and somebody butt dialed and I was able to hear a conversation I shouldn't have been privy to hear, and I heard what he said, nobody really could come to me and say, yo, nah, he said woo, woo, woo. And even though I really still don't know him like that, what I'll revert back to is like, nah, I heard him stand 10 toes down. I heard him saying X, Y, Z. So you got to prove it to me that he is like this, because he already proved his character, even if it's just in the beginning. And y'all know, like in relationships and shit like that, when a man or a woman is courting each other, or when a man is courting a woman, when a man, like, you're going to put your best representation on so you can get the woman. she gonna give you her best representation. And coming from a person who been married, then got divorced, and filed for divorce. It had been on a lot of dates, been on a hell of a dates. You know what I mean? Came home, shit ain't go right in the relationship. I said, I'm about to start shaking out. And I sure did. Started dating, seeing what type of women I like, what type of women I don't like, seeing the different patterns and learning what it's really hitting for. And it's horrible in the streets right now. If you're looking for something right now, I wish you the best, because that shit is horrible right now. But it's just to say that human nature is human nature. And even though he could be putting on his representation, nobody was there for him to show a fake self. That was his true self speaking, because nobody was around. And he talking to somebody that been in the company or the organization longer than him. And what he showed me is that he's honorable and he stood 10 toes down. Make sure your integrity is intact. You never know when somebody may accuse you of the unthinkable, and now everybody's looking at you with the side eye like, yeah, you did something to them kids, or you did something to that girl, and you ain't here from no muscle-bound Jimmys. They's his for that girl. You here for that girl. And now everybody looking at you with the side eye, and as the shit play out in the public eye, which we're going to get to right now, it's like, damn, did he do it? Did he do it? Did he rape her? If he didn't do it, then did he? Why did you pay her? So let's get to the Diddy topic, right? We in the end game because Diddy, his trials ended. Well, it's been ended, but today they delivered their verdicts, right? I think it was 5 counts, maybe 6 if I followed the case in the beginning, and y'all know I did my little spill on it, and then what did I do? I didn't do what the other channels did. I didn't keep talking about it, because I'm like, what the fuck for? I got my views, I got my opinions. Everybody gonna milk the situation because he's a big celebrity. It's a trending topic. He's spinning in the clip, as I like to say. I did maybe 1 or 2 shows on it, maybe 3. You could go back and look at the other videos on some Kanye. Last week I was in my other bins, then I pulled up in my other bins. I said, the video came out, him and Cassidy, woo, They ran down on his Miami home, his New York home, woo. Y'all seen it. Because all the channels was talking about it in the blogs, from TMZ to News 1, which I'm in New York, but preferably the Harlem-based News 1. In the Bronx, it might be News 12, etc. Depending on your cable, package. You Spectrum or you Charter or whatever you is, right? Optimum. Is Optimum still around? I don't know. So it's been spinning in the clip on all of the blogs, all of the platforms. Did he do it? Did he drug her? Did he rape her? If he didn't do it, then did he? Why did you pay her? That's what Uncle Murder said, right? On the wrap-up. Crazy shit crazy. And we was wondering too, like, damn, the very next day, you gave her 30 bands? I mean, not 30 bands. 30 million. Crazy. Shit kept going. He gonna do 1,000,000 years. He killed Biggie. He killed Pop. Right? And I'm saying that because this is what people were saying. Spinning it in the clip. Niggas couldn't wait to jump on their podcasts and give their spiel. And I'm not knocking it. Because today's era that we live in, whether it's AI created, whether this is your full-time job, and this is not my full-time job, it never was. That's why 6 years in, we still not monetizing. And it's good and it's bad. I'm not going to act like I don't want to be monetized. I do. I want to get paid for talking shit on the internet. You know what I mean? Like what 50 Cent said, what you get for a brick, I get to talk greasy. Like I want to talk greasy and get paid. Who don't, right? It's the American way. But we ain't reached that status yet. But because we didn't reach that status yet, we can say what we want in the sense of we're not sensitive. We're not, you know what I mean? People not putting a limit on how creative we can be and how we decide to, express ourselves on the platform, even though it's on YouTube. And obviously the last few months we've been live on Instagram as well as YouTube. But anyway, niggas been spinning their shit, saying whether he did it, whether he don't, making jokes, the baby oil and all this shit. And one of my last videos, the very last video that I did, I said, y'all see, I'm not talking about it all crazy. And who cares about the baby oil and this and this and that. And then what else I told y'all? I said on my bed, right? And I did a few of them, not bragging. That's just what it is, right? I took law library course, passed the law library course. And then, oh, by the way, I worked at the law library and helped people with their appeals on a low level. I'm not no Johnny Cochran. I'm not the dude from the Life movie, the Life series with 50 Cent. I'm not none of that. I think, I'm not a jailhouse lawyer. But I did, take a course. I utilized my time in a proper manner. I feel, try to educate myself a little bit, learn the law, the different branches of the law, etc., how law works, who executes the law, who puts the law, how the laws get passed, and all these different things. What's the statute? What's this? What's that? Could they come back? What's federal? What's civil? What's criminal? What's state? And just a little course. Shout outs to Scotty, right? One of the brothers that was teaching the class. So I do have some little knowledge. And what did I say? I said, besides R. Kelly, who else in the history in the United States of America, just as America, don't get you slipping, police be tripping, who else do you know that you can put up in front of everybody to look at and examine under the microscope and say they got a RICO law, there's extravagant, this and that, without no co-defendants? See, we wasn't tripping off that they charged him with it. All right, cool. You charge him with it. I don't think it's going to stick, but I reserve my opinion. I reserve my thoughts for after the trial. That's why I said we're going to see when the jury comes out and give their case and say what it is. And now that's today's today. But a lot of people was guilty, guilty, guilty. He did this. He killed Big. He killed Pac. He did this. He put Albie Shaw. Albie Shaw came out. Do you wanna? Like everybody was he killed Kim Voda. And all of this is allegedly, right? Because none of those things came out in trial. Not one thing about murder. They didn't even prove the RICO law to me. And obviously to the courts. Because he wasn't found guilty of that. So now that brings us back to who else do you know? Whether R. Kelly is guilty or not. It's obviously people like he did it, he's done it. He was with Aaliyah when she was 16, he married, whatever you think. Where's the co-defendants? Where's the other people? And then I gave y'all examples of when I was locked up. A few times that I have been locked up where I ran into some young brothers, right? That's water. This is pineapple water with some cinnamon. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Today's my 4th day on some smoothie shit. No food, no hard food, just smoothie. That's side note, just in case you see me drinking different shit. This is the pineapple water with cinnamon, and that's regular water. I said, where's the other co-defendants? Where are they? Who you? Where you at? Like, yo, my niggas. Like, cause RICO is more than one. Not singular, it's plural. So we was extravagant, we was them niggas, we them boys. Like, we them boys. I'm Diddy and the co-defendant P. Diddy run the city, show no pity. Well, where's the other people? Because Cassidy was testifying. Nobody else was brought to the front to say, yeah, you, and on some Biggie Small shit, this goes out to you, this goes out to you, this goes out to you, and your reign on the top was short like leprechauns. Kill so-called willies, thugs, and rapadons. Get in that ass quick fast like Ramadan. It's that rap phenomenon done data. Fuck Papa. You got to call me Francis M.H. We ain't gonna do the whole lyrics. Rest in peace, Biggie Smalls, right? Who was a part of the Bad Boy. He was Bad Boy. And now that all these things is taking place years later, we're the co-defendants. That's what I said. I said, yo, domestic violence, he whipped the ass. He was totally out of pocket. We don't condone that. I got little nieces and nephews, little cousins, female cousins, etc. I never would want them to experience what happened to Cassidy. For those in the back that be trying to twist and mince and, try to spin shit in their own way, in their own mind. Like, yeah, I said you and Bobby Stevie, you was against Cassidy. No, I'm not against her. And I would never want that to happen to my sister, my nieces, like I said, my little cousins, etc. I never would want no man to do that to them, whether in public or private. And that was in private till the cameras revealed and we all got to see what took place. So I'm not condoning it. I'm not bigging it. I'm not even happy that he only got convicted of 2 of the charges out of the 5 or 6. But I'm only talking about it obviously because it's trending. And when you look under these blogs, the Shade Room, the Neighborhood, It's On Site, etc., it seems like a lot of women is mad. Even this lady right here, the comedian, she came out and she had this to say. We won't spend too much topic on Diddy. We got a few other more topics, and I actually want to get out of here. I got to work tomorrow, and I got to be to work early. Where this lady at? She got to be on. I think it's right here. Right? Yeah, it's right here. So, what's her name? Luna, the comedian lady. I know who she is. She played in a lot of, iconic movies, comics. And this is what she had to say. She like, let me blow it up because they got it in all these funny colors. So ladies, like where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? So ladies, we're dead in the water. People are cheering for this nasty, man. Nobody, and I mean nobody, cares about what men do to women. It's sad as fuck to me. All these enablers and helpers, they just get to skip away scot-free. Skip the Malu, scot-free. Harry, run, get your baby oil, and let the freak-offs begin again, right? And when you look in the comments, not all, did I drop Muhammad Ali, or is this Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali right there if you're on YouTube. Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, sitting behind this motherfucking fire extinguisher. Anyway, a lot of women in the comments was like, yeah, girl, because nobody cared about black women and, women in general. And I won't run from this topic at all. Unpopular opinion, you might disagree, you might agree, and that's cool, whether you agree or you disagree. I've been wrong on this channel a lot of times. I think I've been more right than wrong. But my stance, and I'm going to just use black women, not all women as she's saying, because we know women do give justice, especially if they other ethnicities. We've seen other ethnicities kill black men, get away with it. Nothing happens. Nobody says nothing. Black women in the comments like, oh, we gonna mind our business, ladies. He was dealing with them snowflakes. When you play with snow, you get burnt, or when the snow melts, or whatever the fuck they be saying, right? When they think they be saying some shit that's fly. You know what I'm saying? Snow melts, you get burned, or whatever the sayings is, like with Jonathan Majors. That's the person I can think of off top. Oh, Shannon Sharp, dealing with the young snow bunny. You're gonna get frostbit and all this dumb shit, right? So we know that it's not all women. Women do get protected, especially the white women, right? Even though I was saying the others. But when it comes to the, but you're black. The black women. We hear a lot of women saying, yeah, because it ain't, black women is the most unprotected. They quote Malcolm X, who we quote on this channel a lot. And you often hear me saying, being funny, but I don't be being funny. I'm Malcolm X. Not like how he was, but at the end of the movie, if you watch the movie, Spike Lee, all the kids and everybody said, I'm Malcolm X, so I am Malcolm X in my own way, in my own mind. I push the truth forward, and I call a spade. It just is what it is. But they like, yeah, black women is the most unprotected. Shit, argue with Malcolm X. This was in the 60s. He said what he said. We ain't arguing with him. And maybe at that time it was true. As it stands right now and how things been progressing, and if you look on the internet and you scroll on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, etc., you can't really say that's the case. In fact, it could be an argument made that that's not true at all, because just think of it, right? I say the children before we get into the debate or the argument or my stance. I say it's the kids who are the most unprotected. Whether it's because of their fucking father, whether it's because of their mother, whether it's because of both of them. Whether the dad is a deadbeat, he's a drunkie, he's a drug addict, he's a fucking piece of shit, scum of the earth, he locked up doing life, or whether it's because of the mother keep opening up her legs to the Future type niggas and the Cam Newton type niggas, and you just keep letting niggas bust off in you. Black eye, splack eye, splack eye. And then you keep having the kids by some deadbeat piece of shit, bum ass nigga that got no, you know what I mean, no ground to stand upon. It's the kids that suffer. There's plenty of videos to show that the kids suffer. There's plenty of videos to show black women be doing the most. Running over policemen, popping off, killing niggas, doing shit, beating up MTA workers last week in the Bronx, doing the most. In school, smacking teachers, talking crazy to whole grown men. We see it all the time. So I don't think they're the most unprotected. But with that being said, she like, nobody give a fuck about us. And a lot of women was agreeing. And I'm saying, all right, cool. I'm not knocking you if you agree. Because you're entitled to your opinion, just like I'm entitled to mine. Renaissance sleep, what's the word? I'm entitled to mine. But where's the culpability or accountability? And I know y'all seen on the internet, whether it's from manosphere channels or just regular bloggers by men, they're like, yo, women's kryptonite is accountability. Whether you agree with that or not, where's the accountability for the women who participated? And then the last thing is, because we're going to get off this, we're not going to spend all day on Diddy. We'll see what he's going to get, because he did get found guilty of 2 charges. Both of them carry maximum sentences of 10 years. And I did 13, right? And that's a lot of fucking time. I don't think he's going to get that, but we'll talk about that last. Finally, back to, you know, the women and the case, etc. The RICO charge. Where's the co-defendants? Didn't get found guilty of that. So should he go to jail for the rest of his life for charges that don't fit the bill? And even with R. Kelly, being how he's speaking about men who fuck around with women and learn the hard way, you fucked around and found out. I don't think R. Kelly should have got 30 years. Even if everything they said was true, coming from somebody that did time and kill nobody. And again, I'm not condoning or justifying. I'm just saying I've been in the penal system more than once. It's innocent people in the penal system. Some of them got to deal with the fuckery that somebody that's guilty got to deal with, right? There's no exclusion, or you know, you're not getting excluded. Or you might be innocent. He definitely did it, so we're gonna treat you different. No, the police gonna treat you the same. You're gonna still have to lift your nuts, spread your cheeks, do what you gotta do, eat the same food, etc., get the same amount of visits, be able to have the same amount of shirts with the pocket. You're gonna have to abide by the same rules, whether you're innocent or not, whether you proclaim your innocence or not. So I'm like, damn, 30 years? Oh, Kelly, that nigga ain't killed nobody. What? It just doesn't add up. So why are people in the comments like, yeah, you know, if you agree that, or you happy that he only got found guilty of 2? Listen, the jury spoke. Same thing we said with Megan Thee Stallion. Like, listen, Tory Lane's guilty. The jury spoke. They said that nigga had DNA on him. They said he popped in the air. She said he told her to dance, bitch. So that's what it is, right? Because everybody that's locked up, they're guilty, right? Right. But, oh, by the way, that's not actually true. Because there's plenty of people who are locked up doing time that are innocent. Straight innocent. Oh, the Century Park 5, I'm just bringing them up because that's something you probably can relate to. You can identify real quickly, like, oh yeah, that's right, Trump wanted them to get the death penalty. But they was innocent. Yet they confessed in the precinct that they did the shit. Because they didn't have counsel, their parents wasn't there. They probably was a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. And we ain't say that in a minute on the channel. They probably was scared to death. White woman got beat up, it's 5 black niggas, or 6 black brothers, I think one of them passed, you know, rest in peace. And they about to give us life. And Trump wants us to get the death penalty. I did that shit. Look, give me 5 years, give me 7 years. And I know what it's like to cop out as well. And I know what it's like to go to trial to fight for my motherfucking freedom. I ain't do that shit. We going to trial, nigga. I'm not copping out. You're going to have to get me how you get me so I can come back down on the pill. I'm going to fight this shit. People is happy one way or another. And I'm not mad because the internet is undefeated. So no matter which angle you choose to take, somebody's going to be dissatisfied or have an issue with your views. My views was, let's see how it play out. I think that the liquor industry and what he was doing with that, and we need to have a black coalition and all that, I think that has something to do with it. You could disagree or not. The Ciroc splitting and, you know, those type of things. I also think with those tapes, and they ain't here for no muscle-bound jimmies. They's his for that girl. All them tapes that he had, whether he told people he was recording or not, and you in real time, in real life, in real action, doing the fucking most on camera, all those celebrities that attended his parties, I think they wanted that evidence. I think they wanted to see what he had. Smear campaign. Make him, you know, sweat a little bit, put him in shit, humble him a little bit. Sit down, be humble. You know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up. Like sit down and be humble. Because you think you up here. You think you on God level. And your arm's too short to box with God. You know what I'm saying? Side note. For those that think they bigger than they britches. And no organization runs, no rapper is successful, no mayor is elected, no president is elected. Nobody gets to be the top of the top in industries where the people have to vote for you. They have to champion you. You have to become, the champ is here, the people's champ. Any business or, you know, organization or corporate America or wherever where you got to run and the people got to buy into you, the people make you. Yeah, you could be talented, but it's millions of talented people in a world of billions of people, right? It's billions of people on the planet now, 7, 8 billion. So you don't think it's a couple of million people running around that's talented? Now, if you look on social media, you might see that it's mad people that ain't talented at all. These motherfuckers is scumbags and just getting by with the fuckery. But, again, charges didn't stick. The jury said what they said. So now what is hitting for? You mad? You think he should get life? That nigga did it, but the jury said he didn't do it. The prosecution didn't prove his case. So why are you mad that he only got found guilty of the 2 charges? You should be indifferent anyway. Unless that was one of your family members that got touched or something that done dirty to them. You know what I mean? Whole grown men talking about another man touched them. What? The fuck is you talking about? You know what I mean? Like a whole, I got drugged. Okay, so after I got drugged and I came to my senses, then what happened? Because I'm waiting to hear the steps after that. Okay, I went to the party thinking it was one thing and welcome to the party. You know what I mean? Welcome to the party. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. I get in the party, I see his whoa, recognize, oh, nigga might throw a Mickey in my drink and put Molly in my champagne. I ain't even know. And I'm talking about the worst case scenario for the real victims, right? You got done dirty from the back or however it is, man or woman, but definitely a man. After you came out of your stupor and you woke up and you seen what it's hitting for, what you do after that? Huh? You said what? You went to the police, you put in a lawsuit? Nigga touched your butt and all that and did you dirty and you doing what? Oh, you ain't catch no case? Oh, you ain't catch no cases. Got you. Got you. See what type of time you on. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to crash out. I'm going to catch hella cases. I'm going to catch hella cases. Putting cases on all you motherfuckers. Some Denzel shit. I'm catching cases and I'm putting cases on all you motherfuckers. And I got to be explicit and passionate like that. You know what I'm saying? For the people in the back. You don't let no man do nothing to you. Now, if you in jail or you in a situation where you downtown at the, what is it, the Stonewall, we just had Pride Sunday or whatever have you, and a whole bunch of guys end up, this is hypothetically, catch you and do something to you and there's nothing you can do about it, you was overpowered, you better come and spend the block on all of them niggas. On all of them niggas. Hate crimes like a motherfucker. Say what you want at your mom's. Because I this is what I got for you. Catching cases. And I'm crashing out on everybody that did me filthy. I'm not going to rest. I'm not going to sleep not gonna feel whole. You may never feel whole if your manhood is taken, or even a woman that's it ain't. You know what I mean? You may never feel. You may never feel the guy who I wanted to see my video. You know what I mean? The brother who I was talking about. You may never feel whole again. You may never feel whole again. And I'm not saying it's more devastating for a man than a woman, but, you know, it normally doesn't happen to guys. You know what I mean? So I could see psychologically it putting you in the bond and putting you in a cage, and now you forever trapped in. You know what I mean? Because somebody did something crazy to you. But, you know, the charges is the charges. The jury said what they said. We'll find out in October. Scorpios, we the best. My birthday in October. We'll find out if he's going to get 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, or whether he's going to get time served. Or maybe he'll have to serve another year and a half or whatever. But no matter how you slice it and dice it, it is a big victory for him, because he could have been going away forever. Forever, ever? No. Forever, ever. Never coming home again. Never. They could have finished that nigga. Even though some people was like, Trump might have, you know what I mean, pardoned him, and who knows. Let's talk about this shit, right? Let's talk about two quick things, and then we'll get to the Remy Ma. But first this, right? First, let me preference this next topic by saying, what is it, Brandon Jamal, content creator, on YouTube, on TikTok. He the nigga that sing Single Mom. You let him hit it raw. Now you a single moms. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom, like spinning in the clip. He got his followers up and shit. He was going at it with Jim Jones. I think Jim Jones answered him. I don't know why, but I guess I know why, because he wanted to keep spinning in the clip. But anyway, I guess the Brandon Jamal brother, who we did a video on, he was somewhere, whether it was Chicago or somewhere, it was a little boy, or when I say little boy, teenager, kind of like fighting, going at it with a teenage girl, and he pulled his phone out, and he was like, yo, I told you to stop. I got mad followers. I'm about to film you. He didn't break it up. He said what he said to the teenage boy, like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm filming you. I'm a big streamer. I'm a big YouTuber. I got a big following on TikTok, which he does, right? Way bigger than mine. So we're not taking shots at him for you to view my channel. We don't do that over here. You know what I mean? You rocking with me, you rocking with me. If you don't, you don't. I'm cool with that. But in that video, it prompted me to say, when do we jump in? When do we mind our business? If you are going to jump in, like how he did, why you ain't going to get your hands dirty? You can film it, and that helps, because now we got the footage of it. We get to see it spitting in the clip. We get to see what took place from the time you started recording. But you didn't really intervene. You didn't really do anything. And so the question is, with these next two videos I'm about to show, the question is, to intervene or not intervene? Like, the question is, to be or not to be? Y'all know, right? The quote. And so the first clip,
These women here, I don't give a fuck about it. We can do whatever you want to do. We can do whatever you want to do. We can do it. Watch how you talking to these women here, bro. You a black man embarrassing us like that, bro. Watch how you talking to these women. Like I said, talk to a man like that.
I was talking to my girl.
I don't care, don't get it. You put your hand in her face and I ain't saying, watch how you talking to these women, bro. Calling that lady a fucking liar, bro. Relax. 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 You ain't tough, nigga. You not tough, nigga.
Neither are you.
You not tough, nigga. I'm not. I'm a grown man. Watch how you talk to women, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, bro. Ain't nobody trying to be no hero, but ain't nobody going for that. You being disrespectful. Watch your mouth, nigga. I'm on that. I promise. I'm on that. You don't call no grown woman no fucking liar, bro. It's a better way to talk to people, nigga. These women here, bro.
So let me mute this real quick. So we have a situation that says, as he should, Man checks passenger. These fucking captions, and you know, they try to, these salacious titles to get you to click on. Everything is clickbait nowadays. Everything is content creation. And I'll speak about that maybe briefly if I remember, because sometimes I'll be all over the place being unscripted and authentic, that feeling, right? As he should. Man checks passenger for disrespecting a black woman, Frontier employee. Watch how you talking to these women, bro. You a black man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. As you can hear the confrontation right there in the airport, Frontier Airlines. So the brother come out of nowhere, the superhero, and I'm gonna call him that plainly and just for this scenario, right? The superhero and the bad guy. The bad guy being the brother who called the worker or the employee a liar. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with calling somebody a liar. Jay-Z said, and I'm sorry, Miss Rosie Perez, I call a spade. It just is what it is. But you can't give credit to anything Duke said. Same dude owe you ice, now you owe him some head. Sure, it's time to wake up the dead. You sound a little naive in them articles that I read. H. OVA, the blueprint 2, baby, on the way. H. OVA, I got my mojo back, baby. Oh, behave. And wait, and to continue, because the song is fire. Can't y'all see these fake, the rap version of TD Jakes prophesizing on your CDs and tapes? Won't break you a crumb off the little bit that he makes. And this is with whom you want to place your faith. So, the superhero and the bad guy. First and foremost, I don't think there's nothing wrong with calling a spade, whether you're a man or a woman. Because you independent, right? You strong, right? You can take it, right? You don't need no man to defend you, right? And that's not all women. So I am being funny, but I'm not. I'm being sarcastic, you know what I mean? But you get the drift. Some women is on it like that. To modern day era, they don't want you to hold the door. They don't want you to do shit. They carrying guns. They carrying tasers. They disrespectful. And oh, we just was talking about the most unprotected person on the planet, calling him Malcolm X back in his day, and how I disagree with today. 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022. We seeing too much evidence of that's not the case. Because the person that's the most unprotected and scared, you're not doing the most. You're not talking to the police crazy. You're not acting out, disrespecting no man and doing the most. Because you're the most unprotected. So you get picked on the most. Nobody's going to protect you. We're going to overlook you. We're not even going to think about you. So we can do you dirty because nobody cares. People that do the most, that doesn't sound like somebody that's scared. Fuck you, police. What was the video we seen in Atlanta? I don't want to get sidetracked. I want to definitely stick to this because it's another video I want to show. The video in Atlanta where the lady kept calling the officer name. I forget his name. But her and another dude is in the park in Atlanta at night. Officer roll up like, yo, I'm going to give y'all a ticket. Y'all not supposed to be in the park. Woo, woo, woo. The guy immediately gets his ticket. The dude, the man. Man and man, mano y mano. But the chick, like, I ain't giving you my ID. I don't got no ID. She had a lot of smoke. She had a lot of feedback. A lot of talk back. Bitch, who you think you talking to? And I'm just being funny. And I gotta use it like that for some ladies that may want to show. And why you always gotta disrespect the women for, on some Jay-Z shit? Bitches get what they get, insisting on it, like, go listen to the song. Calling you a bitch because you acting like one. You acting out of character. You're not acting like you don't recognize who the fuck I am. I'm talking to you with respect. I'm giving you courtesy. I'm giving you a pass, telling you, look, you can get the ticket or you could go to jail. And then you show your ass and tell me I ain't got to show you my ID, give me attitude, put your hand on your hip, wow your head and shake your head and rattle your fist. And he locked up. Y'all know the video. She tried to, I'm sorry, I forget the officer name. Once she realized that it was over. Once she realized you going to jail now, all you can, the bus driver. Once she realized she was going to jail, and I forget the officer's name. I wish I had his name because I would do what she was doing. I'm sorry, officer such and such. I'm sorry. I'm assigning a ticket. No, you going to jail now because you don't got no fucking respect. And you think it's all about you. So back to this, right? Nigga's the Superman. He's this hero. You hear a man and a woman having a conversation. We don't hear what the whole story is about, so I am going off it half cocked, but just a little bit that I heard. A lot of women in the comments, they bigging it up. Oh, we need more black men to protect, women, and shout outs to the brother for doing the job, and I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I got nieces, I got cousins, I got a sister, I got a moms. A nigga better not disrespect them, whether I'm near or I'm not there, because I'm going to pull up. I'm going to pull up. Dirty, what's the word? Pulling up. Pulling up. And whether they was wrong or not. In the back office, I'll be like, yo, sis, why you disrespect that man like that? Why you, tell him to suck your dick, or why you do that? You putting me in jeopardy, because I got to come out here and deal with this shit. So why are you doing that? In the back office, outside when everybody can see, don't be talking to my sister, like, don't talk to my niece, don't talk to my cousin, talk to my, you know what I mean? Like, that's how we giving it up. For those in the back that think I'm not like that. Or other men are not like that. And again, we dealing with to intervene or not intervene. That is the question. Here a nigga like, yeah, because you making us look bad. You don't talk to no black woman like that as a black man. We could do better, and maybe we can. But when you like, yo, you not tough. A lot of women was like, yeah, he low. Even one woman was like, that's you in the video. You want cheeks, or she try to disrespect. You know how they go to the homosexuality, or they try to bring up the zesty. You don't know me from a can of paint, a hole in the wall. My page is open, but you don't know me, and I don't know you. But yet you feel secure and entitled to just talk to me any type of way. When if we was in person, I'm not supposed to, because I know I was taught better. Smack the shit out you for talking crazy to the kid. Respect me, because I'm going to respect you. We could disagree. We can agree to disagree. But all that you want, take it in your blood, and you a faggot, and you this and that, and you suck dick, and all, like, nah, I'm going to smack the shit out you. You can say, oh, well, you ain't got no self-restraint, discipline. I just like if a cracker call you nigga, you going to act out. I'm going to respect you, and you're going to respect me. Simple. And it's easy. It's an easy law to uphold. I respect you, even if I may disagree with you, and you're going to respect me, because I'm going to demand that. Every day, all day, 7 days a week. 7 days a week, man, your boy on top. Never back down, because your boy won't flop. Put me on the shelves, and I won't flop, because I'm too hot. Because I'm too hot. No, 7 days a week, I'm not going to stop. You're going to respect me. Even if I got to take an L, you're going to respect me one way or another. So back to the brother, he like, yeah, you ain't tough either, nigga. You ain't tough either. And this is the thing what Kevin Samuels used to always speak about. Try to make clear or give understanding to the women. Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? As a man. Although it could be a woman too. As soon as you step out your side, you could be subject to violence. That's just what it is. Whether you in America, the Ukraine, Canada, Russia, no matter where the fuck you from, right? You could be subjected to violence. But more so as a man. Anytime it's confrontation, you could get done dirty. You could get stomped out till your head stomped on the concrete. You could get shot, killed, stabbed, whatever. Women, you're going to get a little leeway if you're talking to a man. And you tell him the S&D, or you say some off-the-hand shit. Nigga may be like, oh, you my sister's size, you know what I mean? Even if you a big bitch, Big Bertha. I don't get no points smacking the shit out you or even entertaining you. So I'm going to just take what you're doing, and I'm going to have self-restraint, and I'm going to keep it pushing. But not all men do that. Men notice we come outside with this understanding. So it's already a respect barrier that you're going to have some level of the basic respect. Because if you violate or you cross the gun line, it's going to go down. So as the Superman, the hero, you crashing out because somebody called, and I say crash out even though no violence was displayed in this video, but what if it was? Whether you coming back from vacation, business, no matter what it is, you willing to crash out because somebody was talking to a frontier worker employee and called her a liar? How we know she was a liar or not? That was my comment on the post. I guess we'll never know if she's a liar or not. But according to the comment section, everybody's like, he lowered his voice, he didn't have that same energy. Nah, he did. Whether you think his voice was low or not, he like, yeah, you ain't tough either, nigga. Yeah. So you want to do something? Because you forcing it, like the Superman guy. Once you step out, like, yo, don't talk to women like. Once you cross the line with another man and engage, now when he gives resistance, it's on you. The ball is in your court. Because you like, yeah, nigga, I'm about that. You ain't tough. What the nigga say? Yeah, you ain't tough either. Hero, trying to play hero. Now, I ain't trying to play hero, but you could just do it different because I'm about that. All right, well, show me, nigga. Show me you about that. Come put your hands on me or come check me. Because you just talking now. You just minding my business. And she is a fucking liar. So who the fuck is you? Some fat Joe shit. Who the fuck you think you talking to? I spray crews. I play dudes. Look up Joey Crack. Motherfuckers be like, he's bad news. Like, bro, who you think you talking to? I'm conducting business with an airline worker. She fucked up, or she fucked up the papers, or she lying. She did some shit she wasn't supposed to do, and I'm checking her on that. Who are you to jump in and be like, yeah, bro, who you talking to the black sister like that? You don't tell her she's a liar. What are you supposed to say? She fabricating? You telling stories? Well, we 2 years old, 3 years old. No, you lying, bitch. And I'm gonna call your supervisor or XYZ. So that's the first scenario, right? When do you jump in? When do you not jump in? And again, a lot of the ladies in the comments, they bigging the brother up. Yeah, he stood on business. Did he really? He risked his own self. What if the person that called the employee a liar was ready to crash out too? Like, nigga, throw your hands up. You're going to get an assault if you got the best of them, or worst case scenario, you get your ass whipped. You get your ass whipped for intervening. And for those that's just joining in on Instagram and YouTube, we live on both. That's why you see me looking both ways. To intervene or not intervene, that is the question. And we see the dude in the airport checking the other brother by calling an employee a liar. I don't even think that was egregious. Yeah, you lying. Get my paperwork right or do whatever. You come left field, yo, you a black man, don't be talking to no black woman like that, calling her a liar, you making us look bad, but she's lying. How do you know if she was lying or not? You intervening now when the dude give you pushback and say, yo, bro, you minding my business, what's up? You like, yeah, because you ain't tough, and he like, yeah, you ain't tough either. So you ready to crash out, just coming back from your trip, about to go to your trip, whether it's business, vacation. We have to pick and choose as men, especially in today's time and climate, where a lot of women, you know, I notice there's a lot of rhetoric online, and I agree with some and I disagree with a lot. Women is strong and independent, whether they black, white, Asian. They strong and independent. Equal rights, equal rights. You put your hands on me. If you smack me and I smack the shit out you with all force. Some people are like, oh, that was wrong. You smacked the woman. No, but she smacked me first. I could have refrained myself. I could have had self-restraint. I could have practiced discipline as a man. And that's what I probably would do. But all men don't operate like that. So once you put your hands on me, and I decide to put my hands back on you, and because the Most High made us stronger, at least physically, some women are stronger than men, obviously. It's fair. It's fair game. Who's to say she wasn't lying? And you minding your business. Now you might catch a case or get your ass whipped by intervening. But I just wanted to point out that scenario, and then we'll get to the last scenario on when to intervene and when not to intervene. That is the question. We have to pick and choose as men, because I've seen plenty of scenarios where a woman is beefing with her man, her baby daddy, or whoever, and you try to, hey, sis, you all right? Motherfucker, I'm all talking to my man, and they get at you, and you like, oh, I just was trying to make sure you was good. Being a good Samaritan. You have to pick and choose that, and it's a skill. It's a talent to be able to pick and choose when to say something, when not, when to get involved. You on your way to work, you going to risk it all for somebody you don't know. I get it. You could be a good Samaritan, and we quote this on the channel a lot because it's Islam, right? And I'm not an angel, I'm not perfect, but I got to educate. In Islam, the rule is if you see something, an injustice, the best of us will physically stop it. That's the best of us, right? If you're able to. The second is if you see something and you're not able to physically do something, than to speak about it. Yo, bro, stop, don't hit that lady. Yo, y'all killing the people over there in Gaza. Y'all fucking wilding. And the last of it, which is the weakest of the faith, is to hate it in your heart. You may not be able to physically do something. You may not be able to speak out because they're going to ban you. They're going to take your money. They're going to ship you off to El Salvador and Trump and them ain't playing. So you got to be quiet or you might be scared. So the least of it is when you see it, like, oh, shit is fucked up, man. Hate that shit that they doing after the people over there. Hate that they killing them babies over there. I can't really do nothing because I ain't in position, but I hate it right here. That's how Islam goes. So I'm not mad at anybody that jumps up to the plate and try to physically stop something. But you got to be mindful and you got to use your common sense. So that was one case scenario. I think the brother who jumped in was wrong. And on this case scenario, which I'm about to show y'all now.
Oh, yo, you Gucci?
I think the brothers was right because it was multiple brothers. And this is it right here. On the train, New York City, the Bronx. You know what I mean? BX stand up. Travel Bunny, what's the word? We're talking about when to intervene and when not to intervene. That is the question. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Alright, so in the first scenario, at the airport, we seen a brother minding somebody else's business. In my opinion, he was wrong. Try to make a confrontation with another brother over calling a female a liar and the female employee. In this scenario right here, they on the train, they on the platform. I don't know if the dude knew the girl who he was attacking or he didn't know. But she was yelling, she was in distress, she was trying to get away, he was trying to get at her. Some of the brothers was like, yo, chill, bro. Maybe he was crazy, right? Or mentally disturbed. They're like, yo, chill, bro. It seemed like he let her go, but then he got on her again. She tried to run. In case you didn't see the video, I'll just explain it. She tried to run, then he grabs her, and then somebody kicks him, so they all fall. Then she gets up and run, and then the brothers whip his ass. And while they whipping his ass, they're like, yo, bro, we told you to chill. You ain't listening. You doing the most, so you go and get this work. On some low deluxe shit, you're going to get this work. In this scenario here, I feel the brothers was right. I feel it was okay to intervene. You see physically something going on. Verbally, yeah, you could probably have some respect when you're talking to a woman. They should have respect for you too. It goes both ways. You respect me, I respect you. You keep your hands to yourself, I keep my hands to myself. We can disagree to, we can agree to disagree. We can go about our separate ways as adults. We could be mad, we could be in our feelings, but don't put your hands on me. You can call me a bitch, a faggot, a bum, a loser, a deadbeat. You can call me everything in the book. Just don't put your hands on me. Don't spit on me. Don't kick me. Don't damage my property. Because then I can put foot to your ass. In the last video that we watching, the dude was grabbing the woman. He's obviously bigger than her. He seems to be not all there because the brothers is trying to talk with him. We don't know if it's his girl, his cousin, his sister, whoever. She's screaming and yelling for mommy. And again, she in distress. It's a public platform. There's men around. In this scenario, yes, men should intervene because that could have been your mom's, your sister, your cousin, your niece. You see a big grown man trying to, do whatever he was doing, or not kidnap or rape him, but it's on a platform. You outside so you can fall on the tracks and shit going on. Why are you doing it? Other men is telling you, bro, chill. Even if you know her, even if she did the most to you, just chill for now, at least till you get separate or you get away from us, because we all can see and we can't stand here and watch you do the most to her. We telling you, we giving you the warning. You don't heed the warning. You don't listen to the warning. So we beat your ass, and they fucked him up. You can hear them pounding him, kicking him, and then, he got up, as you can see in the video, and you hear the guy tell him, like, yo, bro, we told you to chill. You ain't listen. In that case, you should intervene. So I gave both scenarios, one where I disagree, one where I agree. As men though, who your family is dependent on you. Whether you married, you got a baby moms you live with, you got a girl you live with, you got cousins, your family needs you. See, the single woman and the women that's outside, obviously the men in their family may not be with them at the time that the altercation happened, so I get it. You want to step up, you want to protect women, and there's nothing wrong with that. I may do it too. I have done it. Depending on the scenario, you got to pick and choose, because your life could be on the line. And although being a good Samaritan may get you points on the video spinning on World Star or the Shade Room, if you lose your life, then your family gonna be like, damn, yeah, we respected and God's will, and God don't make no mistakes, which he don't. But why did he do that? You know what I mean? Why did he feel compelled when you ain't even, now you can't even protect us because you're not here? You jumped out the window, caught a case, defending a stranger, somebody who may, in another scenario, may not even say thank you for holding the door open for them. That's the day and era that we living in now. Ladies, you can get mad and say, you always taking a certain type of stance against us. I done held the door for plenty of women. They haven't said thank you. I done let women go first, ladies first, and try to be a gentleman or just move how I move. And whether they thank me or not, I'm still going to move the way I move because that's who I am in the real life, not on social media. When I get off here, I'm going to be who I am. And that's how I move. But at the times, does it happen? Do it make me look like, yeah, bitch can't even say fucking thank you. No motherfucking courtesy or no manners. Your moms ain't teach you right, your pops ain't teach you right, or whoever. Like, I just held the door for you, or I try to let you go first, or whatever it is. Me being courteous and trying to be nice. Women don't appreciate, not all, obviously, but some don't. So in another scenario, you'll be able to say hi or hold the door for somebody, they won't even smile at you. That's Kevin Samuels used to say. So you have to pick and choose as a man who's definitely going to be met with resistance with another man, especially when the pride is on the line. Disrespecting me in front of the whole crowd in the airport, nigga, because I called this bitch a liar who was a liar, nigga. What's up? Throw your hands up. Now, because you was intervening in the first scenario, now you fighting in the airport. When you just was going to Miami or you just was coming back from Atlanta, having a good time, now you fighting a whole nother black man because he called her a liar. And you don't even know if she was lying or not. In the second scenario, the video, the dude was grabbing her, putting hands on her, and falling on her and grabbing her. So it's like, dude said, nah, we can't have that as men. We can't have men putting their hands on women when we present. I'm all for that. But you have to pick and choose. Because again, I done seen women arguing with their man, their baby daddy, their husband. Hey, sis, you all right? And both of them tell you, yo, mind your fucking business. And you walking over there like, damn, I seen him yelling at her. She was crying. I'm just asking if she's all right. No, she's all right. That's what humans do. We ordinary people. You put yourself on the line, you better be ready for the repercussions of it. Because it could not just be you walking away with some words. It could be some altercation. You could end up in jail if you get the best of the person and you whip their ass because you're nice with it. You could get your ass whipped thinking you was playing Superman and get your ass whipped. And now you all spinning all on you. People will be like, salute to you for trying, but you got knocked the fuck out. Like, you got knocked the fuck out. You got your ass whipped because you was intervening in somebody's business you had no business intervening in. That's the reality, and that's the balance, I should say. I was going to get into the NBA drafts and all that. Not the drafts, free agency. I got to get up tomorrow. I just wanted to come talk to the people about the Diddy. I was going to talk about the Remy Ma shit too. We seen her at the courtroom, but we about to get out of there. I got shit to do. I got to get ready. Maybe tomorrow we'll be live. Also, Friday is, what's Friday again? Holiday? 4th of July. I don't celebrate. Y'all know I don't celebrate no holidays, not Thanksgiving, not Christmas, not New Year's, not Mother's Day. I don't celebrate none of that shit. Not Juneteenth. Celebrate nothing. Every day is just another day, and I'm happy and fortunate to be here, and I hope I keep being here for a long time. But we might come back tomorrow because I get off early tomorrow, hopefully, to come back, talk about the other shit that's spinning in the clip. Let me know what you think about the Diddy. Was you happy? Was you not happy? Is you one of the people that's like, he should have got life, he should have got the book? Let me know what you think about Should you intervene? Should you not intervene? When do you do it? When do you find a safe space? And lastly, is your integrity intact? Which we started the show off Hump Day Wednesday with some Hump Day advice, as we do on Mondays, whether you like it or not. Is your integrity intact? Ask yourself that. You don't got to answer me. And the only reason why I'm saying ask yourself that and why we spoke about it is because you never know in today's time that we're living in. With AI, people could take your picture, put it on something, make it look like you did something, and all of a sudden everybody think you did a crime that you didn't do. It's a heinous crime with some kids or some women or some old lady or some shit like that. And you're like, yo, bro, y'all know me. I didn't do that shit. And they're like, nah, bro, this you. Look at the picture. Because that's how we convicted all that. That's you peed on that girl, right? You can't lie to us. You can lie to yourself. You can't lie to me. We see you in the video, nigga. That's you. If your integrity is intact, although it will be the people that say, yo, that's you, nigga. You did that. At least you will have some people to say, that's my brother. Or maybe not even the family. Let's not use family. A co-worker, associates, people that know you from the community, they're like, nah. I knew this nigga since high school, or I know his family. I knew him when he came home, when he got the job, when he got fired. He didn't do that. He definitely didn't do that. So y'all can say what the fuck you want, but in my mind, he didn't do it until the courts prove him guilty. He innocent to me. You're gonna need people like that moving forward. You're gonna need it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Y'all know what it is. It's your guy, Popovus. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovus TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid. Be safe out there, y'all.